obsession drives the honey badger deep into the hollowed trunk. Oblivious to the distant danger closing in. He winces, but the hunger for honey is greater than the sting of the swarm. He is not alone. A shadow moves through the parched grass. The black mamba. Inside the mouth, even a few stings can hurt more than many on the hide, but the badger is careless. The black mamba turns back toward its den, an opening tucked close to the base of the same tree. As it glides home, its path cuts straight through the badger's feeding zone, and the overlap could ignite a fight. The badger's back is turned, distracted, breathing hard. Too reckless. The mamba lowers its head, body flattening into the grass. Patience replaces speed. It circles wide, using the sun, using the wind. The honey badger digs with single-minded obsession, snout pressed deep into the hollowed trunk. Bees sting, snap, swarm, yet it pays them no mind. Entirely consumed by the prize. Nothing behind it draws its attention. The world shrinks to scent and taste. But danger is a ghost it cannot see. The serpent closes the distance inch by inch, no warning. From behind, the strike is inevitable. The badger recoils, spinning to face a new kind of death. This is the mamba's kiss. A potent neurotoxic cocktail designed to dismantle the nervous system. To fail here is to forfeit the very bloodline of the species. The badger falters, his equilibrium shattered by the mounting poison. He retreats for a heartbeat, disoriented before the ancient instinct for vengeance takes hold. A dizzying dance begins in the dust. The badger, legendary for his refusal to fear, surges forward with reckless intent. Betrayed by his own nerves, he still chooses resistance. Both launch, then evade, momentum dissolving into sudden stillness. Every movement is a question, every pause a test. The mamba lunges with blinding speed. A ribbon of lethal muscle shaped by open savannas and tight burrows alike. Capable of striking and withdrawing in the same breath. Relying on endurance, aggression, and an unusually high tolerance for pain. The mamba answers with reach and restraint. They advance, retreat, circle, feint. Two predators built for different wars, neither willing to commit too soon. Venom does not need victory in seconds. It only needs patience. It works in silence, traveling along nerves, loosening muscle from command. Every heartbeat becomes an ally. Every moment a quiet countdown. The badger presses anyway, driven by a metabolism that favors persistence, refusing to yield ground even as his body begins to betray him. The earth tilts. Sounds stretch and warp. He sways, snapping at threats that may or may not exist. A mammal fighting both an opponent and his own unraveling senses. A sudden, violent burst of clarity. He snaps forward, his jaws locking onto the mamba's head with a sickening crunch. A brutal shake to ensure the light has left the serpent's eyes. The mamba falls limp. The threat is neutralized. But there are no true victors in this dust. The badger's body begins to revolt as the toxin reaches its zenith. Violent seizures rack his frame. A storm of electrical failure. Muscle tremors progress into the cold grip of full paralysis. Consciousness fades into the golden grass. It forces a few steps, then pitches forward, unable to recover balance. Even animals with partial venom resistance can be overwhelmed by a large dose. It attempts a short run, but the stride breaks into stumbles. Running spikes oxygen demand, and venom can make oxygen harder to use. With neurotoxic venom, the real crisis is often respiratory fatigue. A final push, claws scraping, and it falls onto its side. A small shake runs down the spine, then stops abruptly. That stop can signal exhaustion, not recovery. The last movements are slight reflexes, not strength, then quiet. Under the harsh, open skies of the savannah, every shadow can become a threat. A ripple moves through the grass. At the center, a lone figure stands its ground. Head low, eyes locked, refusing to yield. Too many footsteps for something small. Shadows split and spread, circling with quiet purpose, testing the edges of courage. Padding in with careful steps, trading quick glances as they wait for the perfect moment to surge. A circle of predators closes in, heads low, shoulders tight, reading the risk like accountants. They've taken plenty of prey before. One predator gets a grip, another joins, and suddenly the badger is lifted clear off the ground. A small body turned into a living rope in a savage tug-of-war between head and tail, swung and pulled as the pack tries to tear momentum into victory. Teeth sink into coarse, loose skin, then slip. Not because the attackers are weak, but because this fighter is built for this exact moment. A body made to twist, fold, and wriggle free. They lunge simultaneously, trying to overwhelm with numbers. A coordinated rush designed to end things fast. Is this the end for the world's most fearless creature? For a moment, it looks like it. The circle tightens. The attackers lean in, jaws working, eyes locked, confidence growing with every second they keep it off balance. The badger finds purchase, clamping onto a sensitive spot near the face with a grip that doesn't negotiate. It doesn't scream for help. It doesn't freeze. It fights like the world has already ended, and the only thing left is refusal. Dust rises, feet scramble. The pack wants clean angles, quick control. But the badger turns chaos into armor. Rolling, twisting, scraping free by inches, never giving them the stable hold they need. They back off in fragments, one step, then another. Still watching, still ready, but no longer committed. And when the pressure finally breaks, the badger takes the only victory that matters out here: distance. The warrior retreats to the shadows of a hollow tree, waiting for the sound of paws to fade. As soon as the wild dogs drift away, the badger leaves the hollow and heads straight for its den. The honey badger is built for persistent excavation. Its thick, loose skin provides a flexible armor against stings and bites. It relies on a keen sense of smell to locate larvae and small reptiles beneath the surface. Energy demands are high, requiring near-constant movement throughout its territory. Its name stems from an extraordinary, opportunistic craving. While it is primarily a carnivore, it has a specialized appetite for the high-calorie rewards found within a beehive. The badger will endure hundreds of stings to reach the nutrient-dense larvae and honey stored inside. Inside the hollow of a tree, the honeybee colony operates as a complex superorganism. Worker bees are the engineers of the landscape, turning nectar into the liquid gold that attracts the badger.